happened to be a Tuskegee graduate. She went to school with my uncle. And so this particular little South Fulton area, you know, had this man who ran everything, who wasn't the mayor, but everything ran through him.
Okay.
And so when I got in the race, he called me into his office. I go and I show up just as naive and, hey, yes sir, you know. He said, nobody runs for office without having a conversation with me. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you just pay your $200 to get on, you know, to register, you do your application. And I said, I thought that was the process. He said, oh, you a smart man, son. And I said, no, sir, I'm not. I'm just being honest. And so we ran that race with $1,300. She won 53% to 47%.
Wow.
But I had people saying things to me like, oh, man, I believe in what you're saying, but I played t-ball with her son. Really? The mentality.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I traded one plantation for another one.
Yeah.
It's a mindset. And so we still have so far to go.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's just put that on our agenda too. Mindset. Mindset in Green Bay, black and brown folks, it's almost like stepping back in time.
That was making.
They don't even realize until I came along, and I have people coming up to me crying, said, don't leave, because I'm giving voice to the voiceless.
That's exactly right. That's been silent forever.
Yeah.
Silent forever. And so now,
30 seconds.
I want to understand the process of how you were selected.
Yeah.
Because I know you went through fire and brimstone to get there. And you had to.
Yeah.
You had to. Yeah.
Real talk with real people for real solutions. Call us now at 404-726-1380 with your questions or comments on News and Talk 1380 WAOK.
I'm just so excited you're here.
You got to know this.
Listen, don't play with me with music trivia. I'm taking care of business. Can't you see?
It's kind of, oh, that's right. Because Doc said we got work to do.
And we stand on.
Yeah, we do. It's Relationship Talk with Dr. Adrian. Real talk with real people for real solutions. And I have the privilege of being here tonight with Dr. Claude Tiller Jr., because his daddy was senior.
That's right, Junior.
Junior, who was the first, he is the first black superintendent of Green Bay area public schools. Y'all, we talking about in Wisconsin. It don't get much whiter than that. And so I have so many questions. But one of the questions that I want to know is, what was that process like for you to become the superintendent? Because I know you had to be walking through the fire.
So let's talk about that process. The reason I even applied was my wife, Holly Tiller. She said, honey, apply. I said, well, first of all, no all-white board is going to choose an African-American male. She said, honey, it's time for things to change. I said, well, I don't feel like going through the process because I know I'm not going to be getting chosen. She said, please, just put in your application. So the search firm, they reached out to a friend of mine, Dr. Gray, and they said they were looking for minority candidates. I said, in Green Bay? I thought all Green Bay had was cheese and cows.
Absolutely.
So you could have knocked me over with a feather. So it was all by divine intervention.
Yeah.
So I threw my hat in the ring, and all of a sudden I got a call for a screening. So they screened me in from the search firm, and it was about 20 candidates originally, and they nailed it down to 10, and from 10 to 5, and then those from 10 to 4, then 4 they wanted to personally meet. So they flew me in and put me up in a hotel, and I had a personal interview with them. And from that, they narrowed it down to 2. And I was against a blonde hair, blue eyes.
I was going to say a white female.
White female. And so when I saw the 2 finalist candidates, I just chalked it up. And I never looked at the news or anything again. And then they called me back for the